Hello, welcome to Now Tell Us. Now, this is an episode where we have guests come and tell us stories. They come and inspire us, they come and educate us on an issue or the other. And today we have a guest who is going to do right that. And if you've not watched our previous episodes, you can always get them at nowtellus.com. And that would be good if you watch them and you shared with your friends. And also, we welcome you to come on this show and tell us something, whatever it is that you think could be beneficial to the listener. We welcome. Send us a request, and then we will see how to go about it. And now, excuse me. And now, I think in our place where we say when you're choked by saliva, you're just about to eat meat. So prepare for some meat. And and today's meat is to know how to turn online traffic into business. I know you're connected with people on your platforms, social platforms. Maybe you have a website. Now we have an expert on this field, and he's going to tell us many things. And without wasting one more minute, I'm going to welcome to the show Brandon Leibowitz. Welcome to the show, Brandon.
Thank you for having me on today.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, and I'm doing a live transmission here that we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on LinkedIn, and several other platforms. And I've seen other people who are always sharing things on their platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and name them. But we have someone who's watching, or someone who will even get to listen to this episode after we are through, who keeps on wondering all the time. Now, this is the person asking himself, all the time that I spend online, how could it benefit me? How could it turn into some hard currency? Now, that's the question that we'll be glad to hear from you. But before we get started, we'd like to know, who is David? Where are you from? What do you do? And is where you are exactly where you were born?
Yeah. My name is Brandon Leibowitz, and I've been involved with digital marketing for the past 2000 since 2007. Well, live in Los Angeles, grew up here, lived here pretty much my whole life, and first got involved with digital marketing in 2007. Got my degree in business marketing, and the first job I got out of school was helping a company out doing digital marketing, doing their social media and search engine optimization and helping out with social media and kind of doing it all for them back then. And after working there for a little while, just realized that everyone's probably gonna have a website in the future. And there's a lot of different ways to get traffic, but SEO is just a way to get free traffic. So really stuck with that over the years, working at different advertising agencies. And on the side, I would pick up freelance clients here and there and was able to build it up to where I was able to focus solely on my company and quit my job a few years ago and really just focus on search engine optimization and other digital marketing strategies to help you get more traffic.
Oh, wonderful. And we'll get to know about search engine optimization and all the other tricks and ideas that you could offer us to grow online. But right here, we have someone who doesn't have an idea. He's just chatting, he's just sharing food. I mean, what he's eating on the pictures on Instagram, any other places that. Uh, how would someone begin and turn whatever it is that they are doing online into a business? What's the starting point?
Starting point is get a website. Got to have a website. If you don't have a website, you don't really control anything. If you're on Instagram or something like that, that's not your website. That's Instagram, where you're just renting space off them. But if you want to have a business, you really need to build a website, and then you have full control and can do different things to market it and get traffic to it.
Why do you insist on a website, if I may ask?
Because if you're online, the only way for people to find you is really with a website. If you don't have a website, it's going to be tough for people to find you unless you've built up a big email list or you have a big social following. But if you don't have a website, there's not much you can really do.
Mm. And if I could ask for someone, if you're just there and you're not doing anything uh, concrete online, how do I identify a good business? I mean, how would I start on a business online? I mean, how do I know this is what I am going to sell? This is the service I'm going to offer. How do I get to that point?
That is where you got to figure out what interests you, what passions you have, and what you want to make a business of. You got to figure out, do you want to sell shoes? Do you want to sell cars? Do you want to be a plumber? Do you want to be an electrician? Do you want to open up a restaurant? Do you want to make a basketball court, a park, whatever it may be? But you just got to figure out what you want to do and go from there. But you got to pick something, because if you don't pick anything, then you're just going to be doing what you're doing now. But you got to pick something that you're passionate about. I would say is going to make it more interesting and keep you more engaged versus just doing something to make money.
So choose something that is interesting, something that you could love to do all day long, and then find a way to make money from it. This is how I get it. Now, um, you talk about in your business, you talk about dealing with trends. Tell us about what are trends and how do I benefit from them?
Well, trends are just things that are popular. So there's a thing called Google Trends, and it'll show you what's trending, what's popular right now. So maybe you could see like the metaverse might be trending, or whatever may be trending, and you could see what's going on and try to predict the future. But just because it's trending doesn't mean it's going to trend forever. It's just popular at that moment. So it might be a little too late to jump on a trend, or it might be okay, but usually you want to jump on before it starts trending so you can get your foot in the door early. But that's the tricky part, is how do you know what's going to become popular or not?
And how do I benefit? How do I take advantage of trends?
Mm, That one, you just got to try to jump on it if you can, and try to figure out if you can monetize it, if there's a way to somehow jump in and get your foot in the door. But sometimes it might be a little too late. If it's trending, it's probably already saturated and full of competitors. So you might want to find something that's less competitive, but you could try to jump on it if you can. Or if you have a business already established, like maybe you're a restaurant and then there's a new type of food that's trending, you could add that to your menu.
Hmm. Ah, wonderful. And we, at this point, we want to thank each and every person who's watching us, every person who get to listen to us even after we are through. Uh, we have now some are not showing, but I have Caroline Kafaya who says good job. Thank you very much, Caroline, and every other person who's watching us. We thank you. Uh, Remember to share this. And if you have a question about online business, this is the right place to ask it, because we have an expert here who is Brandon and is going to answer us. Now, uh, I was asking if I have to have a website, or every person who's listening, what are the pages? What exactly, what things should be on my website?
That's where you just got to figure out what type of business you are. Every website is going to be different. If you're e-commerce or service-based business or making music, it's all going to be different. So I would look at your competition and kind of just get ideas from what they're doing.
Okay. And now your main focus is optimization, or what we call SEO optimization. For someone who is very green on whatever it is that we are mentioning, can you explain in a layman's language what is SEO, and what is optimizing the SEO that we are talking about?
Yes, SEO is search engine optimization, which means optimizing websites for search engines, which really means whatever you search on Google. There's ads at the top, but right below the ads or the organic, the free listings. So trying to get you in the free listings on Google. So when you're searching, getting your website ranked on search engines, which really is just Google nowadays, and getting you the free listing so you're not spending money on ads.
And how do you optimize? I mean, how do you, what is included in optimizing? I mean, once you search those, I mean, you talk about keywords, and so that you make them as effective as possible to your website.
Yeah, there's over 200 ranking factors that go into Google's algorithm. So there's a lot of things that you have to do, but some of the more important things are putting keywords in the coding, adding content to your website, making sure that everything is just fully optimized on the website, and then building backlinks, getting other websites to talk about you. The more websites that talk about you, the more trust Google's going to give to you. And then they look at the keywords on your website to make sure you have the right keywords in the right places, that your website loads quickly, it looks good on mobile, it has a blog, you're interlinking the pages together, you're keeping people engaged on your website. And those are just some of the signals, but those are the more important ones, or some of the more important ones. But there's a lot that goes into SEO. It's like a puzzle. You want to try to put all the pieces together, but some are bigger than others, and those are really, really big pieces.
Hmm. And I, someone out there could be wondering, and we could get more clarity from you. You mentioned backlinks. What are they exactly?
Backlinks are clickable links from other websites to point to yours. So if you're reading an article on the like New York Times and it says Brandon Leibowitz and you click on it and it goes to my website, I'd be getting a backlink from the New York Times. So the more clickable links from other websites that point to me, that would be a backlink that I'm getting.
And what of websites? I mean, the links on my website that points to others, are they still known as backlinks from my side of view, or how do we call them?
Well, you need people to link to you. So you need websites to link to you. You need to get Forbes to link to you. If you link to Forbes, you're helping them out. You're giving them a backlink. You want Forbes to give you a backlink.
Okay, so my linking to other websites is not going to help me in any way on my website.
It helps a little bit, but it's not going to rank you. You need
So
other websites to link to
the
you.
most important
It
bit
helps
for
out a
me.
little bit,
Mhm.
but it does help out a little bit. But it's more important for websites to link to you because Google looks at who you link out to. But to really rank, you need websites to link to you.
Okay, we get that. And now you talk about having a website where you are talking about having social platforms. Do you suggest that we drop all the socials, or how do you advise us to go on with the online uh, fans and followers?
Yeah, you should be on social media if that's where your audience is at. Definitely be in front of them. But social is a good place to build your reputation up, build people's trust up that you are credible, trustworthy, knowledgeable. They can read reviews, ask questions, and things like that. But social is good if your audience is there. But if they're not there, then I wouldn't spend too much time on it. But if they are there, you want to be in front of your audience. That's number one is gotta be in front of your audience.
Okay. Uh, i- Looking at the social media sites, which are the top ones that you would suggest people to use or find their audience?
Yeah, that's the number one thing is find out where your audience is at. That's where you need to be. You don't need to be on the most popular ones. You need to be where your audience is at. Maybe you find someone that you've never heard of, but it's all about your audience. You want to be there. You don't need to be on every platform, but the more popular ones are like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest. So just try to figure out where your audience is at and jump on those.
Okay, that's good to hear that. So, for those who may be joining us now, we are on Now Tell Us, and today we are being educated on how to turn online traffic into business. And at this point, I want to ask Brandon, uh, since now we have traffic that is coming either from Google or either from the social sites that we are connected to, how do I make sure that they buy from me, either the product I'm selling or the service that I'm offering? How do I make sure that they do take it
Yeah,
from
you
me?
gotta build a reputation, show people that you are trustworthy, you're knowledgeable, offer value. Don't just promote yourself all the time, but give them free information, free content to let them know that you are an expert in this industry and that you can help them solve whatever issue or problem that they're having. But definitely put yourself in the user's point of view if you're looking for your product or service. What would you want to see? If you're just promoting yourself all the time, no one's going to really trust that. You need to offer value, and that's really important. Have a good call to action on your website. Make sure your website loads quickly. It's easy to navigate through. Make sure it's easy to check out if you're selling a product or to contact you if you're a service-based business. But just got to streamline everything and make it as easy as possible for the user.
Okay, we've got that. And we are almost coming to a close, but we would like you to add anything that you think is important to the listeners that they should always remember when they are to turn online traffic into business.
Yeah. It's all about testing, seeing what works, pushing more time and money into that, pulling away what's not working, but continuously testing because you never know what's going to work until you try it out. Something might work for one of your competitors, but it might not work for you because your audiences might be, or you might be selling the same product, but you're having slightly different audiences. So got to try whatever strategies you think are out there and see what works. And if it doesn't work, cut it out. And if it's working, keep going with it. But you never know until you try. And that's the biggest thing with digital marketing or just marketing in general is try new things out, try new strategies and implement them to your website, your business, whatever it may be. If it works, go with it. If it's not, cut that out.
Thank you for that. And at that point, I'll also ask you, because I think you touched on something that we always do before we come to the end of this episode. But this is going to be more specific coming from me. I'm going to ask you the list to tell the listener of Now Tell Us a life lesson, because that's something that we love here. What a life lesson would you give to the listener or the viewer of our show today?
I would say if they can probably get a mentor, and that will help out a lot with their business. Having a mentor has always been helpful for me and helped save a lot of time and energy and help me figure out what works, what doesn't work, and kind of help me learn from their mistakes or their wins that actually work for them. But having a mentor has really been beneficial and a great way to jump ahead if you're a business owner and trying to learn more. The more you know, the more you talk to, the better off you're going to be.
Wow, that simply translates into don't be a lone ranger. Find someone to support you in whatever it is that you're doing. A mentor who's going to show you the way, who's been there or who knows how to get there. So today we've been with Brandon Leibowitz telling us on how to turn online traffic into business. And it's been such an honor to have you here. We really appreciate. And we hope you get all things right. I mean, you grow your business even now that you're focusing on that. And we also wish the listener of this show the best in everything. And let me ask, if people would want to connect with you, how can they connect with you?
Yeah. So for everyone that wants to connect, I created a special gift for them. If they go to my website, SEOoptimizers.com, it's SEOoptimizers.com/gift. And they can find that there along with my contact information and done a bunch of other classes. So they can check out more classes that I've taught all for free up there. And if they have a website, I could give them a free website analysis looking from an SEO point of view, what's working, what's not working, and they could book some time on my calendar for free there.
Wonderful, and thank you for that. So for those who are there, go to www.seooptimizers.com/gift and connect with Brandon. And I wish you great success in your business, in your turning online traffic into business. And that's about it for today. I've been your host, Anthony Morore. Together with our guest, Brandon Leibowitz, we are saying bye for now. Bye bye.
Bye.